Get started here. We're going to be looking for the refs to come to the table to go over the rules. But before that, we just want to welcome you to the Lawc Classic, our first annual ever. We put a lot of effort into this as far as our entire club coming together, especially with Len really came together and got all of the trophies together. He got all of just organized the entire event. So.
Just wanted to say again, my name is Lethbridge from 106.7 Rock. I wanted to thank everybody who traveled, came out here tonight. It's going to be, today, it's going to be a great event. I mean, check out the trophies. Look at this display, hey? There's going to be some hardware handed out. Of course, it is a sanctioned event. Everybody's registered and ready to go. I'm excited because this is my first tournament. I did go to one practice, and yeah, it was quite an eye-opener. There's some very strong people. Even some of these kids that are going to be competing today. One of these kids high-fived me, and I think bruised my kidney. So it's going to be a good showcase for everyone. We're going to have a lot of fun today. So we're going to have some super matches again, and of course just going to go through the whole thing. So I'm already a good start, and just one more round of applause for all the organizers, the Legion, for everyone that put this thing together. So obviously we want to respect the facility, respect the Legion. Washers are in the back there. There's some water and some coffee back there too. 50-50 today. There's a lot of people. That means we can get a good 50-50 draw going. You can get 10 tickets for $5. So let's do that. Win yourself some travel money, some arm wrestling money, whatever you want to do. Also a raffle. I believe the raffle tickets are $2. So there's some people going around today all throughout the afternoon. Make sure to get a hold of that. Okay, correction. I'll take 10 for 5. Yeah. So $2 a piece for any ticket that you see today. So there you go. Just make sure it's a raffle or a 50-50. And anyone else selling other tickets, I can't speak to that. Okay, so we're gonna go over some rules here, James, or what's the plan? Okay.
Hello, just to make a separate announcement, as you are in the Legion, it is a policy here to remove all your hats. Federation. So this is all through Canada. It's a double elimination tournament. You must lose twice on the A side. It's a A side, B side format. So championship will be triple elimination bracket format. You have a 1 minute to get to the table. Failure to do so results in a loss. You must show up to the table ready to compete. Arms must be bare from the hand 4 inches above the elbow. No watches, rings, or support bandages. Also, no hats at the table. Foot roll. You may wrap your legs around the table leg or lift both feet off the floor. However, you may not intentionally kick your opponent. Headwear without a brim, such as we covered that. When you get to the table, you must grab the peg at the table. Place your elbow on the pad before a grip is taken. Take your grip. You can grip as high or as low as you wish, as long as the top thumb knuckle is showing on both hands. Shoulders must be square with the table, and the referee must be able to pass his fist between the shoulder and the grip before the match starts. After go, you can move your shoulders. The wrist must be straight, still and in the center of the table. Pressure may be applied as long as the grip does not deviate from center. If a satisfactory grip cannot be achieved within 30 seconds, then the referee grip will be applied. If both competitors wish to start in the straps, referee's grip, or both, they may do so. The start will be ready, go. Warnings: an early start, letting go of the peg during the match without gaining an advantage. So on fouls, any 2 warnings: elbow losing contact with the pad, up, off the front, back, or sides. Intentionally forcing your opponent's elbow off the pad. Shoulder either touching or across center of the table, causing a slip out. Movement before the go in the referee's grip.
That's very important because a lot of people don't know that one.
Yeah. So we're also going to go over what the referee's grip's going to look like, because a lot of guys don't seem to understand the whole don't move in the referee's grip. It happens a lot. Dangerous positions such as break arm and hyperextension. They're going to be watching for that. A lot of the young pullers here that haven't pulled in a competition before, it's a real risk that if you get yourself in a break arm position, the referee is going to stop the match, and they're not going to take any guff from that. If they think you're in a dangerous position, they're going to stop it.
And it will be a foul.
And it will be a foul. So a loss is any two fouls. Any foul in the losing position, being pinned, whereby the fingers or wrist go below the pin line. They do not have to be touching the pin line, like some may believe. They need to be in line with the pin line. Being pinned, whereby the fingers or wrist go below the pin line. Okay, I just said that. They do not have to touch the pin line. Yeah, as I said. Straps. Any match that end in a slip out and no fouls or issues will result in straps being applied. And yeah, protect yourself at all times. You know, this is a strength sport, and you got to protect yourself. If you get yourself in a position where you don't feel comfortable, you know, let the match go. Don't push so you're going to break. Especially with that goes especially. Well, actually, I shouldn't say it goes especially to the new people. It goes even as much to the seasoned pullers that believe they're above chance to injure themselves. They're not.
And if the competitors want to use a riser, they may, but it's their responsibility to put it on and remove it.
Exactly. If you heard that or not, it's so that we do use these risers here. They're set for each table, so these risers go with this table, that risers go with that table. It's your responsibility as a puller to put it on and take it off. And anything else you want to go over, Stu?
Just again, in the ref's grip, if you have 30 seconds to get your grip at the table, and within that, if you don't make that's proper setup within the first 30 seconds, then I'm going to call a ref's grip. In the ref's grip, I'm going to educate you while you're up here, because you know we got a lot of new novice pullers here. Get your body set, but then once I start setting the hands, and I'm going to ask you if you want your thumb buried or under or over, and I'm going to ask you whether or not if I'm going to say ready, but once I start setting your hands up, the rest of your body is a statue. You can't flinch, you can't make a move. If you just adjust your feet, that's a foul. So in a ref's grip, there is absolutely no movement. And I don't want to foul anybody out, but we have to follow the rules. So in a ref's grip, once I get you, and I'm going to ask you, get your body set to where you want it, get your feet where you want, because as soon as I start setting the hands, then there's absolutely no movement. And the flinch of any muscle is going to constitute a foul.
So as we get going, the order of events is going to be, we're going to do the super matches first. After that is going to be the youth event and the youth amateur, and then amateurs. We're going to follow by the ladies, the masters, and then the pros. And that's going to be the order of event. As far as how long the event's going to last, that depends on entries and how well it goes. So, but is that yes, and is the pros? Is what the pros are? Masters and pros will go. Okay, so with masters and pros, we're going to save the final matches. So we're going to compete up to the last two men standing, or ladies, and we're going to hold those last matches for the masters and the pros till after both arms are pulled in those categories. So anything else you want to add, Steve? Got it ready to go.
You mentioned the no jewelry, don't have. Yeah, you've got 2 minutes from the time you call to get up here.
Right.
They should be calling who's on deck.
Yeah, so we call him who's on deck kind of thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think
Also, there's a 50-50 draw and raffles. Raffles for all those beautiful prizes on the back table that were donated by our sponsors. So please buy those and buy some 50-50 draws and maybe win some money. Be great. So, yeah, I guess that's it. Okay. 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 Oh, yeah, I'm gonna make sure that's. So, one thing we need to make absolutely clear, because in a lot of tournaments this gets missed, and that is that if you win the match, it is your responsibility to tell this table who won the match. If you think we know you and we're just gonna figure out or had seen the match, these guys are busy up here, their heads are down, they're just trying to keep track of the scorecards. They don't necessarily see who won the match even if they know them. So make a point of coming to the table when you win the match to say you won the match. That's really critical. It gets missed in a lot of tournaments. So there you go.